Hey everybody, and welcome to AniBreak 2.0. I'm Jason,
And I am Michael.
and we have some news to talk about this week. We have some news about upcoming Blu-rays that I really think you guys should pick up as soon as possible. We have some funny news coming out of Japan about a lonely penguin. We'll get to that later on. Plus, we have a couple reviews for you. One about a streaming service, and one about Phantasy Star Online 2, the animation, or PSO2 for short. But shall we just get into it, Michael?
Let's jump right in on it.
All right. What's first on our docket?
So first on our docket tonight is, hang on one second while I move a window so I can actually see this, is the Your Name anime from Makoto Shinkai. Is the Japanese BD has been announced will have English subs, which is a good thing.
Very good.
There'll be 3 different sets available for purchase. The standard Blu-ray with mini character sticker album will be $42. A 3-disc edition that includes stickers on a 100-page booklet for $68. And here's the one I don't get. A whopping 5-disc collector's edition.
Yes.
It includes 4K, Ultra Blu-ray disc. I'm assuming DVD. I'm assuming a whole buttload of back features as well. Music videos, video storyboards, making of videos, a pocket script, probably in Japanese, along with the stickers and booklet for $105. Now, realistically, $105 for a 5-disc set ain't bad.
No.
But
and this, I mean,
Blade Runner 5-disc set I wanted really bad, and that was 120. Funimation has already announced they've licensed Your Name for home video here in the U.S., but as yet haven't released details about their localized version yet.
yeah, they've done, they've already made good on their promise about theatrically releasing here in the United States.
Yes.
To date, it's made just under 5 million US in theaters.
Which is not bad for an anime release.
No, not at all. We'll probably get more.
It's looking to do better than Ghost in the Shell did in the U.S. Not the anime, the movie.
Yeah, consider just this past week, it only made Ghost in the Shell made only like $115,000 or something like that. Yeah, it tapered off.
1,000? Oh
No. That's
Wow.
just for that week.
Oh,
I don't know.
I heard it had only broken like 17 million.
No, yeah, the overall total is dismal, but we can but with Your Name though, it's been going like crazy. A lot of people are going to see it multiple times. I do not blame them in the least. When I saw this film, I will enjoy things. I can get, I can feel, oh, this is a very emotional sequence. I can feel that and whatnot. No. I will fully admit, when I saw this movie, tears, actual tears.
You realize it's not moving me to go see. I don't necessarily want to see a movie to cry.
You need to. The feels are so goddamn strong on this one. Makoto Shinkai.
I cried.
Okay.
I actually got a little weepy, even though I watched it coming. I saw it was completely formulaic. I knew it was going to happen. I actually got weepy-eyed in Guardians of the Galaxy last week.
I could get that. I mean, I was like, that the feels. Oh, that's gonna.
Yeah,
I didn't start.
it was
weeping.
totally formulaic, but
Oh yeah, totally. But it's
I
still
think Your
enjoyable.
Name, keeping us on subject slightly.
Yeah.
Although we should talk about Guardians at some point
We do.
because that was just fucking fun. Anyway,
So much fun.
yeah, the thing about Your Name is it's a good movie. It's a beautiful movie. It's about the journey, not the ending.
So have you had a chance to actually see all of it yet, or
No, I have not.
'Cause I know you've
I've
seen
not
clips
seen
in
all
one
of
that
it.
I've sent over to you and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, even from those trailers and little clips, you can tell Makoto Shinkai has been honing his craft for years. He's always been known for like impressive visuals, gorgeous backgrounds, and this
playing your emotions like a fiddle.
just so easy for him to do so. But I mean, with this one, I cannot praise it enough. I usually try to find something to balance it out. Like, this was great, but I've kind of yet to find something for this movie, because the animation's great, the dialogue's great, story's fantastic. Hell, the soundtrack is done entirely by a band called Radwimps, and it is flawless, absolutely flawless. So, highly recommend you guys checking this out. And with that 5-disc set for it being 4K, oof, that's tempting.
Yeah. I don't have a 4K player yet.
Yeah, if you have a 4K TV, you might want to consider, picking that up, because we don't know when the Funimation Blu-ray release will come out and what quality it will be compared to the original. So
Oh yeah, totally. So what's going on in in giant alien invasion fought by robots news.
Oh, Ava World. Yeah, it always happens like that. Um, Hideki Anno has been, an incredibly busy person working on several
I
different
apologize
projects.
for my dog. Hang on.
He
Go.
he looks to be moving forward on production for the last of the five Ava movies that he's made with his new company, Studio Kara.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason we know about this is because Studio Kara's website is actually recruiting an undisclosed number of animators for their upcoming project. Now, if you've ever thought, this is my chance, I want to become an animator, I want to, do all this in Japan, I'm going to fly over there and jump on this. Here's another reality check for you. A lot of these people who work in the industry aren't paid as much as you think.
No, they make
it's
sucking
pennies.
wages.
It's pennies because for just being a standard animator, not key animator, just probably in between or something lower end like that, the monthly wage is only 40,000 yen. That's only $400 a month.
Yeah.
There's no way one can really truly survive off of that, even if it's only for a short period of time. They do have some other production spots open, including like in 3D CG, which you think that's very cool. It requires a lot of skill, a lot of technical expertise. Yeah, they're only making $180,000 a month, which is about 1,600, 1,650. Yeah, it's still not much. I mean, yay! I'm glad they're moving forward to get that last Ava movie down in the pipeline. But man, it's just like, wow, these people to get paid pennies.
Well, and that kind of drives home the point that a lot of these people do it because they enjoy it, not just because of the cost. Because if you get into anime to get rich, it's not going to happen unless your Miyazaki's and your Annos and your Makoto Shinkai's are rare, extremely rare.
Yeah, no, a lot of them are just. I don't want to call them faceless minions, but it's a lot of faceless minions to make these things.
Oh yeah. I've been in a couple studios and there's 20, 30 people just slaving away cranking these things out, and they're working their butts off to do it. But it's good that we're finally going to get the Ava movie because we've been waiting on this forever.
So long. Glad to finally get that. But speaking of stuff that sometimes takes place in space and we don't really know what's going on sometimes, oh
my God, I'm so happy for this.
Talk about it.
So happy. So first off, we're a week late, but happy belated Star Wars Day to you. And 40th anniversary Star Wars and all that other fun stuff. They're finally doing something to celebrate the women of Star Wars. They've announced that they are doing a series called, hang on one second here, Star Wars Forces of Destiny. The Women of Star Wars is getting a whole bunch of new animated shorts. The characters they're going to be covering they're going to have Rey, Princess Leia, Jyn Erso, Hera Syndulla from Rebels, Padme Amidala, Sabine Wren, also from Rebels, Ahsoka Tano from Clone Wars and Rebels, and they're going to be doing a series of animated shorts for each of them. And one of the things that's really cool about this is, with two exceptions, all the original actresses are coming back to do their parts. The two exceptions are Carrie Fisher, because unfortunately she is no longer with us. She is going to be covered by Shelby Young. And the voice of Padme will be Catherine Tabor instead of the actress
Natalie
whose name
Portman.
Just completely flew out of my head.
Natalie Portman.
Thank you. What you want, Natalie? Anyway. So funny. This is really cool. I mean, and it's not 3D animated. It's like I don't want to say
like that hand-drawn Flash hybrid that we keep on seeing more often nowadays.
Yeah, like that. I mean, it's a step up from Samurai Jack, but it's not. You're not getting the full 3D CG effect that you would get for, let's say, like Star Wars Rebels or anything like that. Yeah, you're not going to get that good. There are some links to. I will probably put a link to the article from Bleeding Cool in the show notes, but it's looking good. And these things are supposed to be airing tonight, and they are canon.
Ooh, see, that's the best part about that. Canon.
Yeah, yeah, it's canon, and it's being headed up by the guy who heads up, excuse me, who heads up the animated series. So,
Oh, so it's the same people who are running all the popular stuff right now, like Star Wars Rebels. He's actually working on this as well. Okay, that's
yes,
cool. I'm
he
happy to hear
basically
that.
covers all the animated stuff, and it's oh yes, so good, so good, so good.
Very cool.
Cannot wait for this to come out.
Mm.
In the meantime, speaking of animated stuff, what's this
Yes.
about lonely penguins?
Okay, so
And I
there
don't,
is
I assume you're not talking about Pen Pen from Ava.
no, sadly not. Not this time around, at least. So,
Okay.
um, with Japan every year, they have like a week of a bunch of vacations that kind of tie in together, and a lot of people just take like the full 9 days off for family events and whatnot. It's called Golden Week. You can look into the
Right.
reasons behind it yourself. And a lot of people try to put on some big events during that time because, hey, look, everyone's off work. Let's try to capitalize on that. Well, there's an insanely popular series called Kimono Friends, a series that I watched and I was like, okay, this is cute, but why is this popular? Kind of thing. It's just little tiny shorts, like bad CG shorts, of these anthropomorphized animals interacting
Is
with
one of
each
them a
other.
cheetah girl?
Huh?
Is one
Yes.
of them a cheetah girl?
Yes, she's the
I've
main.
seen some interesting fan art of her. Oh my.
Yeah, that's the series we're talking about. So,
Okay.
the team behind the anime series teamed up with the Tobo Zoo in Saitama to actually create a new attraction for people to come check out. And essentially, they took 26 character cutouts from the series and
Uh-huh.
placed them in around the animal exhibits themselves. Um, and they actually had one of the voice actresses, Saki Ono, record a special greeting that was broadcasted repeatedly throughout the zoo itself. Fans
Mhm.
flocked to this zoo. The zoo reported over Golden Week a 20,000 a visitor bump from previous years just for this
Wow.
event. Yeah, so absolutely crazy. But that's not what we're really talking about. This the anthropomorphized penguin Hululu in the series. There was a cutout of her in the penguin
Enclosure.
enclosure, and one of the penguins, nicknamed grape-kun, seemed to have fallen for this character to the point of bringing her treats and little gifts and just staring at her the whole time. It's even forgotten to eat sometimes and interact with the other penguins. It got to the point where the zookeepers actually had to create a barrier around Hululu in order to make him reintegrate with the group and actually eat and whatnot. But yeah, a little penguin got a little waifu for a while. I could not believe it.
That is awesome.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, and I can see furries everywhere going,
Oh
yes.
no, the fan art alone has been amazing
Oh
for this.
man,
You could
that's
just look at like
awesome.
just search for like Hululu and grape-kun and you will see some just oh wow. But yeah, an honest to goodness penguin seemed to have fallen for a waifu. Apparently animals agree 2D's better than 3D. Oh
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
That is awesome.
The
Oh,
last bit of news we want to talk about before we get to our review is from Amazon. We're making news about their Amazon Strike series. Basically, it is their
service, not
yeah,
series.
their service there. Thank you. They're trying to take on Crunchyroll and Funimation with their own selection of anime for all you fans to enjoy. They announced this week that the Anime Strike channel is offering downloads for the anime episodes on your channel for offline viewing. So if you're going to be on the subway, going on a plane ride, just be in a car, don't want to use the data plan on your phone, you can actually download several episodes and put it onto your device or your computer and watch them offline at your leisure. They also partnered with Comixology, which is known for a wide selection of comics, to offer a full manga volume download every single month until the end of 2017. The first available volume was the first volume of Parasite, just going on within May. Okay, if you don't know what Anime Strike is, let me give you a quick little preview slash review of this. Um, they have a decent selection. I will give them that. They do have a 7-day free trial you can check out, but there are several caveats to that. 1, you need to be an Amazon Prime subscriber. So you have to drop $100 a year just to get Amazon Prime.
Which I do anyway.
Then from there, in order to use Anime Strike, you have to pay on top of that an additional $4.99 a month.
So that's like paying for the commercial-free version.
$160 a year on top of your $100 a year for Amazon.
Okay. Right. No, wait a minute.
No, $160 total. Yeah,
$60.
$60.
Not
Sorry.
160.
Yeah, $160. Yeah, I had to do math. Yeah,
it's 160 total.
Total. So basically, if you don't use Amazon for anything else, it is going to cost you $160 a year for Anime Strike. Now I actually tried the free trial itself, and I have it up right here. They have a nice setup here. I mean, they have little. They have it by your recently updated, your popular series, your dub series. All their exclusives, which exclusives in
Is it a loose term?
Yeah, loose terms. Some of their top movies for it.
Reviewing?
What's up?
Do they have what we're reviewing?
They do not. But popular series. Let me pick this one. Code Geass. I love this series. So if it comes up now, from this point on, it looks just like anything else. If you've watched or rented a video through the Amazon video store, let it just pull it up. Start it now. It pulls up pretty quickly. I have noticed though that, like most series, it doesn't immediately bump up to just what's it called, HD right away. You actually have to give it about a minute or so through the stream itself for it to pop up and say, okay, now you're HD. Right. I've yet to have come across that problem with Crunchyroll, but that they've been more, they've been better with that on their end as of late. Like I said, their selection is not bad. They have a number of the latest series from Japan, so they have some simulcasts going on. Not all of them, but some of them. Their exclusives aren't really all that exclusive. Here's the other thing.
How's their old school collection?
Huh?
How's their old school collection?
Again, kind of lacking.
Am I going to find Tenchi? Am I going to find Ranma? Am I going to find Trigun? Am I going to find
let's see, Tenchi,
Golden Boy?
Let's see, Tenchi Muyo. Do a quick check right here. It looks
and if
like
it's War on Gemenon, that doesn't count.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Let me pop it back on here. So they had Tenchi Muyo right here. I just did a search for it in Amazon itself. But if you notice, it's by episodes or by season. This does not look like it's part of the Anime Strike availability. Mm-hmm. So there's these other limitations that you may find stuff on Amazon Video that they can stream, but it's not part of the Anime Strike package itself.
Right.
Now, like I said, the majority of what they have here on this service, you can get anywhere else. You can get it on Daisuke, you can get it on Hulu, you can get it on Netflix and Crunchyroll and Funimation. So they're playing the catch-up game very quickly. Offering the downloadable episodes it was a step in the right direction, but Crunchyroll's offering that same thing too. So
really, Crunchyroll's letting you download now?
They're looking into it. I think they've launched it. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I have read articles saying that they've been looking into that option. So is it worth $160 a year? To me, no, absolutely.
Well, if you're paying, I don't know that I would do it, only because there's it's a toss-up. I mean, the downloadability does make a big difference, and if you're paying for Prime anyway, like I do,
right, it's an extra $5 a month.
I'm ordering shit from Amazon all the time.
Right. Same here. But here's the other the one of the caveat to it is that if you want to watch this stuff off of your desktop, if you away from your desktop on your phone, say you want to throw in your big screen, you have a Roku or Apple TV or whatnot, not every single device is currently supported by Amazon Video itself. That's the same thing that goes for Anime Strike. So it is.
But if the machine if the machine supports Amazon Video, you should be able to play it, right?
You should be able to play it. Yes. Now, obviously, right now you can't play Amazon Video on an Apple TV. Although if you have it on your iPhone, your iOS device, the app, and then use AirPlay to it, that's a way to do that. But that's kind of convoluted and it can take time. And
I have a PS4. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, exactly. There are caveats to all of this. I mean, cool for them to get into it. I mean, you know, competition's always nice. The extra, you know, options are always good out there.
Hmm.
But this, I can't recommend it. I really can't.
Okay, fair enough.
That's my quick little bit on Anime Strike. If you guys actually do check this out, let us know. Our email address is anibreakshow@gmail.com. That is anibreakshow@gmail.com. Let us
I
know
will
what you
put it
think.
down there.
Yes. And we will get your comments and we'll read them on the air.
And you can comment on the show notes too.
Yes.
So that ends up our news section. So we're going to do our series now. And it's a relatively short series so far. It's only one season.
Mm-hmm.
And even that is kind of like half a season. It's only 12 episodes.
Right.
I'll be honest. I'm bad co-host. I have only seen half of it. I want to see more. I just haven't honestly had the time. So, but what I have seen, I've liked.
Okay. What we're talking about is Phantasy Star Online, the the animation, or PSO2 for short. Okay. Why don't you start, Michael?
Set a little bit of background on this.
Yeah.
This is based off of. This is basically an anime. That's switching stuff around. This time, the game. Well, actually, it's not that around. The game came out. Phantasy Star Online 2 came out in Japan, and I think other parts of Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based off of the original Phantasy Star, which was on the handheld and the PlayStation. And then it became
also
Phantasy Star Online,
too,
which was on all that generation of consoles, which I played the ever-loving crap out of. Then there was Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst, which died a horrible death, unfortunately.
That was fairly quickly.
Yeah, it died quick. Although there are apparently private servers out there somewhere.
I'm
supposedly.
not surprised in the least by that.
And then they released Phantasy Star Online 2. Now, what they're doing Phantasy Star Online 2, the game, is it's a free to play, so it's a lot of microtransactions. You can technically play the game all the way through without spending money, but it's not easy. It's a common model for a lot of games these days.
Right.
So I happen to have a PSO2 account. I haven't done a lot with it yet because the English translation hack is spotty at best.
Yeah.
At this point in time, there's no news as to when or if Sega's going to bring that to the States.
It'd be nice if they do.
People have been pushing. There have been petitions. There have been constantly bugging them. There's a website for it, but it's a website that hasn't been changed in 3 years.
Oh.
It's basically a static. I mean, there's motion there, but as far as news goes,
it's pretty.
The last news on it, I think, is from March of last year. So, but it's really popular in Japan proper. So that brings us to the animation. They said, hey, let's do a spin-off. Let's get more people into the game. So the basic concept is there's this kid by the name of Itsuki Tachibana, who is a student at Sega Academy. Seiga, Seiga.
Yeah, Sega, basically.
It's co-ed boarding high school, great reputation. He gets pulled into it, and on one day in the semester, he's summoned by the chairperson of the student council, Rina Izumi, who's like loved, and she's a popular girl, everybody adores and worships her. And she assigns him to play the game.
Yes, makes him the vice president of the student council, and his job is to play the game because so many of the students enjoy it and report on it, so that she can present a report to basically the board of directors of the school
as to whether or not they want to allow the students to play it or not, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So, hilarity ensues. No, he gets into the game, he plays it a bit, and he ends up meeting this rather obnoxious character who's this tank knight type playing the cast, which are the robot species in the game. And yeah, you find out relatively early on. This isn't really a spoiler. You find out by like episode 3.
Actually, it's the end of episode 1.
Is it the end of episode 1?
End of episode 1.
Oh yeah, you find out that this character is actually Izumi.
Yeah.
So,
well, it goes by what is it?
It takes him a little while to figure out that it's her.
That's true. Yeah.
But you as the audience find out, yeah, it's her. I'm guessing she wants friends.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an interesting study about the series. You meet other people who have characters in the game in their real life personas as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to say, oh, this is a Sword Art Online knockoff, or oh, this is a Dot Hack knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I mean, yeah, it is in the sense that it's a video game, and there's this, that, and the other thing. But in this case, A, the game came first. B, nobody's locked in the game. But they also hint at things. There's this one girl who comes to the school. I don't remember her name, who is the standoffish type, but who's really good in the game world.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of hint that maybe things aren't exactly what they're seeming, and that maybe the game world's a little closer to reality than we want. And that's pretty much all I can say without really getting into spoiler town.
Okay. What's your overall? I'll let you speak first on this one. Like, what is your overall thought on this series so far?
It's pretty formulaic, but it's enjoyable.
Okay.
I would like to see. I just need to find the time because life has been stupidly crazy. But it's a good series. I enjoy it. I want to see the rest of it.
Okay.
I want them to do a season 2. And I want Sega to release the goddamn game in the United States.
I'll agree with you on that part, yes.
Because it is beautiful. I mean, we'll show you some screenshots. I can't really show you screenshots of my character because I think I've wiped my hard drive since then. Mm. But if I can find one, I'll send it to Jason and let him show you.
Sure.
But and we'll paste some screenshots into this. But it's enjoyable. It's fun. I wouldn't go looking for in-depth feels. I wouldn't go looking for surprisingly little fan service. I mean, there's some, but not. It's not overly fan servicey like some other anime that are out right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my .02 on it. What's yours?
This series, I fit. Full disclosure, I did watch all 12 episodes. I watched it all. This series is nothing but blatant propaganda.
Oh yeah,
absolutely blatant. Totally. Okay, here's the thing though. There's good propaganda and there's blatant propaganda. Because you have to look at it. I look at it this way: if you have a tie-in to another product, like in this case, a game, if you say you integrate that into the anime itself, into its world, into its lore, into its characters, cool, awesome. If you want to go off in a different way than the game does, awesome. If you want to showcase a little bit what the game does and then go in your own path, fine. This, from episode 1 through episode 12, is nothing but blatant propaganda for this, to the point where
it's a giant advertisement.
I was rolling my eyes at several points of watching this.
Agreed.
Where there's some enjoyable moments, the animation during the fights, and they're actually playing the game, I enjoyed. That yes, I liked. I liked the design. I liked the way it looked. It had carried the feel of the game. But did I ever feel invested in anybody or anything? No. Was there any story progression? From episode 1 to episode 8, there's almost zero progression, no character development, almost nothing. And they literally throw together, in my opinion, and I'm going to be as spoiler free as possible. In the last 3 episodes, it was almost like they went, "Oh shit, we need to do something. We need other than this. Go this path and go here," and it was so hastily put together, and the execution left me wanting so much more. At the end, I was like, I just wasn't enjoying it. Like the first couple episodes, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed they're checking out this game. They're showing how you're able to play it. There's a community involved with it. Okay, I can follow with this and whatnot. But beyond that, I just did not care anymore. So now I may, we can agree to disagree on many things, and I think this is gonna be one of those that. Am I glad I watched it? Yes, it's now in my collection that I've watched. I'll put it on my list. Am I gonna watch this again? God no.
Do you want to play the game?
Yes and no, because here's the thing though. The first, I'll give it the first 5 episodes when they're actually playing the game, and it shows Itsuki going through and learning how to play the game and checking out the different levels and whatnot. That part maybe interested in checking it out. Beyond that, there was nothing that they did in the anime that made me want to play the game. If they kept this to like a 6-episode tutorial, like, hey, this is what you can do in this game, and had some
like
fun
they tried
with
to
it.
do with Buddy Fight Buddy Fight, whatever it was, the card game.
Yeah, Card Fight
Where
Vanguard.
the instructions when you buy the Card Fight, was it Vanguard
Or something. One of those.
Buddy Fight, whatever it was, but the thing where it actually said in the instructions, go to this website, watch this anime.
Yes.
To learn how to play.
If you were to go down that path, I would have enjoyed this so much more. But when
Really?
they tried to basically take themselves so serious about, yes, this is actually a game, and then we're going to add more story to it in the last second to make it seem like it's more than just a game, it was just like, really? Come on.
Okay. I'll grant you there was a lot of...
This is you and me opposite on Dead Man Wonderland.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's
I will admit that it has faults.
Yes.
No arguments whatsoever.
Right.
I will also admit that I am a Phantasy Star almost fanboy from way back.
And nothing wrong with it at all. I played the crap out of PSO on the Dreamcast.
And that being said, and like I said, it's extremely formulaic.
Yes.
I think I'll have to disagree with you on the story development because there are little hints, although there are way too few of them, along the way that there's more than meets the eye here. For example, when they go to the Game Con.
Yes.
That's where you first start really getting the hint that something
else is up.
Something else is going on. However, their development for that beyond that, and maybe they like you said, they probably throw it in the last 3 episodes. I'm wondering if maybe they just said, "Hey, we're not going to get renewed, so we better do this now," or they may have said, screw it, we're just going to do this and call it good.
Right.
As far as it being an advertisement for the game, yes, I fully agree with you. In fact, I think I said as much in the start of my thing.
Yes, you did.
But let me throw back a couple other fun little bits at you. Transformers, My Little Pony,
Yes.
Rainbow Bright,
Yes.
Care Bears. Need I go on?
I will
lot of
disagree
those
with
had
you
better
on that.
writing.
The way I'll disagree with you on those is because those ones, for the majority, were actually created for the sole purpose of selling a product. That's all it was.
But
the product was not really existing before then. This was created hand in hand with that. Phantasy Star has been around for ages, so they had a ton of lore and content they could have used as a basis for something with this story. I was
hoping they had done
for...
it outside of the game, or
yes.
The lore all goes in game though.
Yes, it does.
So if they had done a story set in the game universe, that would have worked.
Yes.
And I would like to see, actually.
I would have been more...
Like the story of Gural.
Yeah.
The story of the hunters and the colonies and the seed.
I would have been all
stuff.
for that. A series about that
story.
would have been great. But this whole other side of, it's just a game. Or is it? It's like...
Or is it? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. It's like, come on. I think that's where I got disillusioned by the entire series.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Like, it had its good moments. I
related to it.
enjoyed the artwork. I enjoyed the action sequences. But anything in regards to story or character development, you're going to get none.
Okay.
That's just me.
I would agree to disagree on some parts of that, but other parts of it I will grant you.
And that's what we want. We're not going to agree on everything, so otherwise it'd be a very boring
I still think
show.
Dead Man Wonderland sucks ass. But that's my opinion.
Come on. You don't want to be controlled by your own blood and do all these cool swords.
I don't.
Aww.
I don't.
All right,
I've been watching Death Knights and WoW lately. I've seen enough blood, okay?
Okay, fair enough. All right. I think that's gonna be it for this episode, though.
Yes.
Yeah, we got some news in there. We talked about Anime Strike. We had a fun little conversation about PSO2. Michael says you should check it out. Me, it is what it is.
Let me adjust that.
Okay.
Check it out if you enjoyed the Phantasy Star games.
Okay, yeah, that's
Then it's
more...
at least worth a check out. If you're a hardcore Phantasy Star fan,
you probably already seen it.
It's worth seeing, but don't expect to get a whole bunch of new lore out of it.
Right. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of AniBreak 2.0. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Be sure to let us know either in the show, the comments on YouTube, or at our our email address, which is anibreakshow@gmail.com. Let us know what you guys think about the show. Let us know what series we should review, or if you have a comment on a series that we reviewed, and just if you guys agree with us, disagree with us, we want to hear.
Tell your friends.
Yes.
Please tell your friends.
Yes.
We're not going to do the, if you like it, click subscribe, because let's be honest, it's kind of sporadic, but we'll get to that point. We will. We promise.
Exactly. We're not giving up on this. So.
We're not giving up.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. We will see you next time. For AniBreak, I'm Jason.
And I am Michael.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.